I'm appalled that a sausage can have as little as 32% meat. The rest of it is mainly water and breadcrumbs, by the way. But more shocking still is what that 32% can be made up of.
When it says meat on a label for a product such as a sausage, it doesn't actually just mean lean meat. It means other things like fat, connective tissue. And connective tissue is things like skin, rind, gristle, tendon, sinew.
So over half the so-called meat content can be gristle and fat, and it's still allowed to be called meat on the label. It is safe and it is legal, but if I'm going to eat gristle and sinew, I want to know about it. And I think the current labelling system is misleading. Earlier this year, Gordon and his team of food technologists investigated the contents of economy sausages from the big 4 supermarkets to see how much so-called connective tissue they contained in total. The results are enlightening, if not surprising.
Our research showed that the connective tissue levels varied amongst the supermarkets. Morrison's had 7.5%, Asda 10%, Sainsbury's 22%, and Tesco 24% connective tissue.
So according to tests carried out by Gordon earlier this year, the economy sausage being sold by Britain's biggest supermarket contains the most connective tissue. That's skin, rind, gristle, tendon and sinew to you and me. So how can you spot better quality sausages in the supermarket? Well, there's one very simple trick to remember when buying. If a packet of sausages is labelled simply sausages like these, the legal requirement is that they contain just 32% meat. If, on the other hand, the label says pork sausages, like these, the legal requirement is that they contain 42% meat. To demonstrate what all this means in practical terms, I went to visit top butchers Moan & Sons, winner of 12 awards at this year's National Sausage Competition. Show me what you put in one of your sausages.
Okay, this is the meat here. This is for an 80% meat content sausage.
And how many sausages would you be able to make out of that meat?
Approximately 120.
So, Richard, you're going to help me make a sausage that's just on the limit of the regulations. Now, I'm going to make 120 sausages. This is the meat of my sausages, but it doesn't look like meat at all. How much is that? What percentage?
This is a 32% meat content sausage.
It looks disgusting, though. What's all this stuff?
Well, this is connective tissue. You're allowed a quarter in your recipe.
Right.
And this is pork fat, and you're allowed 30%.
We've also got this. Is that going in the sausage too?
Yeah, that's the extra bits, you know. So long as you declare it on your label, then that's fine.
So, going into the barely legal banger is 32% meat, which includes fat and gristle. Then extra fat and gristle, 3 kilos of rusk, and some colouring and herbs. So here it is, the barely legal banger. Technically, it's a sausage. And under current labelling guidelines, it can be sold as a sausage.
I think the law should be looked into just to clarify what is actually called meat. In my mind, meat is really lean meat and fat. I wouldn't really call gristles and skin or connective tissues meat.